Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Kitty. How are you? I'll wait for some people to come in. I just wanted to go live for a little bit. Just had a long conversation with my daughter and my mom about black wealth and a lot of things that we just don't know. Get a second. Come on in. I just picked up this book that I saw on Audible. I've not picked up, found this book on Audible. The name of it is Business Credit Decoded by Ty Crandall. Hey, Keisha, how are you? Okay. I want to talk to everybody about black wealth. A post came across my news feed today, and it just got me to thinking and kind of in my feelings. And I want to learn a little bit, just discuss a little bit. I am listening to Black Wealth Decoded. And I'm just sitting up here thinking about, a lot of people get mad about Donald Trump, and not that I'm a Donald Trump fan, because I'm not. But, how he's filed multiple bankruptcies. And one thing I'm finding is, he just knows how to work the system. And a lot of us, we were never taught how to work the system and don't really even care to find out how to work the system. For instance, one thing that you can do is establish, hey, if you have a business, any business you have, you need to at least establish an LLC. An LLC separates you from your business. If you are a sole proprietor, you and your business are one. So that means your business goes off your social security number. Any business owner, I don't care how big or small, they need to first establish themselves as an LLC. Like I'm Kitty's Custom Cleaning LLC. And what that does is that gives you an EIN, which is basically a business social, and you have your personal social. They are separate. Then go and start establishing credit under that business social. The easiest way to establish credit under that business social is to just go get you a secured credit card. Get your secured credit card, let's just say for $1,500. Make it easy. Hey, Gayla. Hey, Naja. $1,500. Make it easy on you for easy math. Do it and only use the tax ID number. Don't put your social security number on that application. Do it under your tax ID number. And then utilize 1/3 of that. Only utilize $500 if all that possible. Utilize it and pay on it. Pay it down. Pay all the little payments. Just keep using $500. Now, you have significant credit established under that tax ID number, which is not your social security number. You and your social, hey GT, hey Tangy, you and your tax ID number and your social are totally different entities. Now, what your president Donald Trump has been doing is he knows the system. A lot of us just don't know the system. He's been doing stuff under that tax ID number, EIN, whatever you want to call it. If it goes bad, file bankruptcy under that EIN and go establish you a new one. With my CPA. Hey, Nicole, how are you? I'm gonna pick up my clothes today, you all. Nicole Banks, that's Pretty Pieces. I love her. I buy, anytime you see me in something new, because I'm not a clothes person, I usually buy it from her. I had on the polka dot skirt the other day. It's hanging up in my closet. This right here, I purchased from her. I wish you could see it all, but that is so cute, you all. Anyway. Hey, Shantae. What he's been doing is he takes and buys his things, anything he purchases outside of his personal home are normally under his business EIN. So if the business goes bad, he files bankruptcy under that EIN and throws it away. Now what you do is you get you a CPA, like with my CPA, George Spencer. It's $250 to file to get you an EIN and $125 to give that goes to the state. So now for $375, you can get you a brand new EIN. Get you a little secured credit card and establish brand new credit under it. And that keeps you and your business totally separate. You get that business credit going good, you can buy your car, do multiple things under that EIN that do not touch you in your social. So if you purchase your regular house with your social and other things with your EIN and your business goes bad, they cannot touch anything that's under your social because they are two separate entities. This is just the game that's how it's played. We just have to learn how to play it. That's all. You all, hey Chris, that's my son-in-law, y'all. He's a great father. Anyway, we just have to learn how to play the game. I'm listening to right now on YouTube. Let me turn this around. I'm watching this YouTube video by the same guy. His name is T.C. Crandall. I just sit here and listen to it. And he's the one that made the book Business Credit Decoded. They have business credit. A lot of us, all we have is personal credit. Yes, exactly. All we have is personal credit. And we think that's the end all to be all. So like if you file bankruptcy under your first personal credit, you can only have one personal credit. So you have to reestablish it. But if you file bankruptcy under your business credit, you can always go out and get a new tax ID number, new business name, and start over. Not that we're setting ourselves up for failures, but we're setting ourselves up for growth. And that's just something that we have to do. We have to learn that. And like I'm taking a class through J. Morrison Academy. You all can look that up on, hey, Kayla Diamond. Hey, Keisha says, I needed this. Christopher Lampley says, hi. Nicole says, need to call George. My hubby uses him. You do. You know, and one day, about 2 months ago, he and I sat down in his office. And he schooled me on so much that I just did not know. Like, for instance, most people who have money, self-employed, and they own real estate. The reason that a lot of them own real estate is for the simple fact that real estate quadruples in value. And in anything you put into an investment property, you get to write off. So, the paint on the walls, the doorknobs, the plumbing, anything you have to fix, you get to write it off. So, a lot of us think, and we think into a tenant mindset instead of a landlord. Hey, Dana, instead of a landlord mindset. What we do is we think, God, I don't want an investment property because now I'm going to have to go over there and I'm going to have to fix the toilet. I'm going to have to make sure they cut the grass, make sure they don't tear up my house. But no, what you do is because you own real estate, you get you a great property manager. And you let the property manager take care of all of that. Like my brother, he works for he subcontracts for PNS Property Management. You get you a property manager, and out of all the profits every month, you all decide what percentage that they're going to take each month. And then that percentage goes towards the upkeep of your property. Now, you don't have to worry about you personally going over there and fixing the toilet or fixing anything because the property manager takes care of that for you. So sometimes we just have to sit, hey, Mike Lowry, we have to sit and think of a boss mindset instead of a worker mindset. Own the property. They grow so fast in value that it's worth it. Like you say, okay, hey, Nakia, you say, okay, you got your 401k, which is fine. We should all have that. But we let them manage our money, and our 401k, you know, the biggest growth we get out of is 4%, 6%, something like that. So it sits and it grows. But if you own property, it grows so much faster. Donald Trump, another thing. Why do you think he has so much money? He owns all of that property. If he gets into a pickle, he can sell that property. And he might have paid, let's say you pay $100,000 for it and now it's worth $300,000. You just made $200,000 profit. Really more than that, because if you bought it for $100,000, you've probably been paying on the mortgage, and your mortgage now is at $80,000. It's worth $300,000. So now you got $220,000. Girl, Keisha, she said, you need to have classes. I'll pay for this knowledge. Girl, I'm taking a wealth management course through J. Morrison Academy. Let me look this up on my YouTube right quick. J. Morrison Academy, and it's a year-long course. And you can start it at any point, and it's online. He's based out of Atlanta. And when I tell you those courses, all of them are just YouTube videos, but you can only get the videos if you enroll in the course. And they set up and they go through self-mastery, credit mastery, wealth mastery, real estate mastery. And I'm just learning so much. And learning that makes me go out, like he might quote a book. And I'll go out and I'll read the new book. Or I'll go online and I'll look for the author. Like this book right here. University of Success by O.G. Medino. This book is thick as I don't know what. And it's not on Audible. But it has a lot of stuff in it. And I found about this book through the Jay Morrison Academy. Let me look him up right quick. Hold on. I'm looking him up online right quick, y'all, so you all can see it. Because I have my computer on, too. Jay Morrison. I want you all to look him up. He has a Jay Morrison Wealth Mastery business. And it's just about investing in you and investing in real estate, investing in yourself and learning credit. I mean, he's taking the stuff from the bottom to the top. But I just had this conversation with my daughter because I want us to learn more. And I said this at some point. Hey, Katina. Hey, Aaron. Y'all, Chef Aaron. He's been helping me get in physical shape with those nutritious meals. So, anyway, what was I saying? Taking those courses and talking to my daughter today. I told her, like, hey, Tyrika, we were all sitting around and we have a couple of businesses that we're starting. And I said for each of our business, we're going to go and we're going to make them an LLC. And we're going to get a tax ID number on each one of those. And on each one of those, we're going to open up secured credit cards. And we're going to get credit established on those businesses totally separate from the individual that owns the business. Because I'm at a point where I'm learning and now I see what everybody's doing and I want my family to learn that. Yeah, let me see who with this dog with this crazy dog I have. Okay, he shut up. Anyway, so what we're going to do is for each of those tax ID numbers that we establish, we're going to start building credit on it. I've already started building credit on my business, mine, Kitty's Custom Cleaning LLC. But for the other three that we have in the works, we're going to go, and it's going to cost us $375 to get an EIN. And then we're going to get credit established on each one of those. But I had to go online today because I've learned so much. And it's like exploding and it's like opening my mind of the possibilities for black people, black business owners, just people not in the know. You know, like if our parents didn't know, we didn't know. But the buck has to stop somewhere where we figure it out and we say, okay, this is what we're going to do. And I'm going to take the responsibility to learn this. And if I take this responsibility, my daughter can teach her daughter. I can teach my nephews, my nieces. Somebody has to say, let's let this buck stop right here. So I just want us to go out and just take more time and really learn about wealth management. Not that we're trying to get rich, but I'd be damned if I want to be poor. Nobody in the world want to be broke. And if they do, I don't want them around me. You know, you can't do a thing being broke. People say the root of money is the root of all evil. That to me, that sounds like some broke mentality. I don't want to be broke. I want to be able to go to Disney, take my kids somewhere, just go on my own, do whatever. And at some point, we have to build wealth. And you know, a part of it is we think going to work builds wealth. Going to work is great. It's a great ends to a mean. But people have to start taking their side hustle more seriously also. Because we want to be producers and not just consumers. We go to work, help somebody else pay for their dreams that they started. Then we go home and we spend money. We're just consuming. At some point, we have to produce. Like with Nicole. She sells clothes. She's a producer. When I go to her and I buy those clothes, I'm a consumer. but her clothes are great quality, and I know that I'm always look good. So I consume that. But she's a producer. We have to learn producing. Keisha's a producer. She makes clothes. She makes, she does all the t-shirts. She's producing income. And you look at it, the Mercedes dealership. The owner of the dealership is a producer. The people that go in and that he's selling it, all of that too. And we think, oh, now we look so good because we have this Mercedes. We're consumers. The minute we drive off the lot in any brand new car, that car went down in value. But the car that we purchased and the finance company gave that Mercedes dealer the money for it, he became richer. He's a producer. We're consumers. So at some point, we have to start producing our own thing. And there's nothing wrong with a Mercedes. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that sometimes we have to change our mindset. Learn to produce something and not just consume. And don't get a high off consuming. And a lot of us, we get a high off consuming. You get in that new car. Let's just say people who like guns. You buy that new gun. Oh, God, it feels so good for a temporary moment. Then you have to fix it. Go back after that fix and start and consume something else. Consumer, just an eater. All they do is eat. And you know what happens when you eat? You shit. It just comes out. But when you're a producer, you grow. You know what I mean? We just have to change our mindset to produce something. Because we all going to consume something. But produce something so that we can build wealth within ourselves. Versus if we only consume and we never produce a thing, what have we gained? People like, oh, you can't take it with you. I want to leave something for my generation, something for my kids, my grandkids. Leave something to help somebody else instead of just taking it all with me. That's selfish. Hey Beanie, hey Dwight, hey Tina, hey Samuel. This just me on here talking. But I just want to go on live for a minute because I just had some thoughts that I was thinking. And I just want us as a people to start producing. Start investing in real estate. Start investing in ourselves. Teach our kids what we didn't know. Go find out what we didn't know. If you want to know, people think a lot of times what happens with those Oriental people. A lot of times people like, oh, they must have got some kind of loan when they came over here into the country. We all know damn well ain't nobody giving nobody no loan. Those people decided, and this is the thing about black people too. We pick at them for all living in one house together. Oh, look at them all piled up living in our house. Look at them all, hey, Marquia, look at them sharing that car. But then the next thing you know, they all break out and they got businesses because they took their money and they paid the mortgage on one house. So that made one person credit get established. But then they was able to save money. And now all of them got a business going on. We don't pick at that when we go in that nail shop. You look in there and it's a room full of them. They all working in the nail shop. Then the next thing you know, the girl that used to do your toes, she done open up her own nail shop. She done established and now she done moved on and got her own place. Because they decided that they need to put their money together and do what they had to do. Versus us, we just want to look good. I'm renting a condo. It's beautiful. Big flat screen, everything. But the only person who getting rich off of me is the person who I'm paying my rent to. Because yes, they get the tax right off the mortgage interest, the taxes, the insurance, anything they put into that house. So they getting rich. I look good, but they rich. Which one would you rather do? Because really, if you're rich, you don't have to look good. You know what I'm saying? It speaks for itself. Nicole said, my neighbor, LOL, we have 3-story home and the house 2 doors down has 6 cars. All the family lives there. It's a bunch of them. Exactly. So they sit together and they pay that mortgage and they make sure that mortgage is paid on time because they're going to establish credit. Somebody going to establish that credit. Let's say it's in one person's name. But as long as it's paid on time, that person's credit going to skyrocket. Then what they'll do is the person who housed the mortgage is in their name, because I help you pay your mortgage. Now you co-sign on a business or a mortgage for me. So I use your credit to get what I need. Then you help me. So now you helping me. So now we both going up to 800. And it's another person that's helping me pay mine. Now they go out and they co-sign for that other person. Now look, all of them establishing good credit, and they able to put money in their savings account. We don't do that. There you go. So there you go. It's in the son's name. So they paying the son the rent. So now they pay the son the rent. He paid the mortgage on time. They get to save their money because they all piled up in there. So if the mortgage $500 and it's 5 of them, each one of them pay $100. They make all that money and all they got to pay is $100. So now the son got good credit, and then he can take and co-sign for the mama so the mom can get her mortgage. Or co-sign and have the mama get her business. Then mama stuff keep going. Now the mama can go ahead on and help the other daughter. They help each other. Keisha Bryan said, Kitty, this has helped me so much, and I'm just venturing into small business. Hey, Eddie. Nicole, yep. Hey, Simone. But it's just the thought process. Sometimes we have to change our thought process so that we can change how our kids think. And that can set up a whole better generational thing for the next person. So we picked at them for all living together. But yeah, in the long time, on the long term, they doing better than us. They credit better. They have more money in their savings. They have more investments. We got to figure out how to make this thing work. Like with me. After my divorce, I don't mind putting my business out there. After my divorce, I filed bankruptcy. Because I had to get rid of everything. Start over. Start my whole life over. But starting my entire life over has been the biggest blessing I have ever had. Yes, I love my old life and I'm glad that it happened. But starting over and moving back in here with my mom, I was able to start my business, leave the bank, help her pay her mortgage. Now we're actually remodeling her entire house. Had I had my own house and my own, all this going on, number one, I couldn't leave the bank. Because I had to keep paying on that mortgage that 2 people were supposed to be paying on, and now it's just me. So now I'm struggling as an underwriter, trying to pay this mortgage. I either have to sell the house, but whatever. Trying to pay that mortgage. Meanwhile, my mom's house needs remodeling. But I can't help her remodel a thing, even though that's the house I grew up in. Because I'm so consumed with what I got going on. But the Lord was able to say, okay, you know what, Kiki? Because, you know, y'all, my name is really Kiki. My mom calls me Kiki. My entire family says Kiki. So if you hear somebody say Kiki, that's how you know they know me. And I refer to myself as Kiki. I say, Kiki, you know what? Sometimes you got to go to the bottom to go up. So what I did was filed my bankruptcy, moved back in with my mom. I was still at the bank, but I felt like the time at the bank was passing by and it was just time for me to do something else. My kids were grown, had their own insurance, their own lives. And I started this cleaning business on the side just to earn extra money while I'm trying to figure myself out. And then eventually it grew. Hey, Curtis. It grew and it grew and it grew. And I was able to leave the bank, which has been the biggest blessing I've ever did. It was the scariest thing I ever did, to walk in there and leave the security of that $55,000. Yeah, I was like 55, some 57, something like that, or whatever. But leave the security of that and that good insurance that Bank of America offers and step out on my own. But the income, I'm not going to even talk about that. So much better. And the freedom, so much better. But anyway, to do that, to leave that job, to move in with my mom after being married and raising 3 kids, that was a lot. But I was able to start this business and get this business going like I wanted. Now we're remodeling my mom's entire house. And I'm talking about, I'm going to walk y'all out there. You'll see what I'm talking about. This house is a wreck right now. But I wouldn't have been able to remodel her house if I would have been stuck. Look. Okay, there's nothing in here. Some of her cake stuff that's going to go out in the garage. We busted out a wall. See? Look at that. Busted out a wall. Today we're taking this kitchen out. Remodeling that. Her den, we have completely sheetrocked it. This was, what you call that? What you call that stuff? Paneling. Y'all know. But had I never stepped out on faith, I wouldn't have been able to help her get what she needs. Hi, Shantoria. Y'all, this be my baby. But now that I know that her house will be redone, when I move, I can move in peace. I can move and get my own place and know that my mom's place is well taken care of. And, you know, that peace of mind helps me. And first of all, it motivates me to keep going. And it helps me know that when I leave, this house is taken care of. My mom is fine. Her house not falling down around her. I haven't gotten to the point where my living expenses were so high that I couldn't help her. You know, and I'm saying not just me doing this. My brothers and sisters are too. You're welcome. Shantoria said that is so much different. Y'all, I used to keep Shantoria when she was little. She's like, Kiki, can I have some cheese? That was my baby. And we had the same birthday. Nicole says, thank you for being so transparent. Oh, you're welcome. I am what I am, and I don't try to hide it from nobody. You know, I'm not perfect. We all know that. But nobody is. But I just let people know that's what I've been through. And so, me filing my bankruptcy, me moving back in, it happened for a reason. And the reason, you know, just to, I guess, to tell other people so that they'll know that they can start over, or they'll know that anything they put their mind to, they can do it. Whatever it is, your biggest dreams, just put your mind to it. If you think you can do it, once you start walking in it, I'm telling you, the universe will just start working in your favor. You don't even know. What she said. Nicole says, but that's what I admire so much about you. Oh, you're so sweet. But just whatever you want to do, I say throw it in the universe. Another book that I listened to was called The Secret. It's The Secret. The Secret. Listen to it. And it's on Netflix. It's a movie. The secret, y'all know what the secret is. All the secret is the law of attraction. But they call it the secret, so you'll listen to it. But all it is the law of attraction. You attract whatever you think. So if you think you can't do it, damn it, you can't. If you think you can, you will. And you will be surprised that once you put your effort and you get past that initial thing of that feeling, and you start walking in whatever that purpose is, whatever it is for you to do, that law of attraction will start working for you in your favor. Like I think about like the color pink. I started pink as my color because I just like pink. Next thing I know, everything, hey, Keisha said, I love you, your girlfriend. Everything I see is pink. I start by everything I like, I find it in pink. I don't even look for it. Like folders that I keep papers in. Bags. I don't go out looking for pink. It's like the pink comes and find me. These that I keep papers in. Purses. I found this beautiful purse at the Goodwill for like $4. Pink. Nice purse. Oh. It's like pink just comes find you. And that's just something that the universe does with everything. You put it out there, it will come find you. So you just have to think your biggest thoughts and live your biggest dreams, but you got to walk in them. That's the scariest part. You got a lot of people who will sit out there and they'll just say, ooh, I would like to do this. Ooh, if I could do that. If I won the lottery, girl, they don't even know what the kind of business I'll start or what I'll travel. Do you honestly think that God gonna give you something, just drop it out the sky and you be responsible for enough for it? And he just take all kind of good care. He just gonna drop $1 million on you. You can't take care of 20,000. Why would he just drop that $1 million on you? He want to see how you work, how you grow, how you operate. And then you won't even need the lottery to go and travel all those places. And then you never know, he might do drop it on you after that, once he sees how responsible you are. You know, that's just my thoughts. I don't know. I'm going to show y'all this. Like, I have this stuff posted on my desk at home. Like, one thing, it says, evaluate what I need to change, eliminate, get rid of things I need to change, evolve, take your mind to the next level, and execute, start doing the new things. You know, and like that. Like, I read that book, How Can I Win by Simone Blair Walker. You all, I promise you, one of the best books ever in life. She was just on here, but one of the best books ever in life. That book started all of this. So look her up. She is on Facebook, Simone Blair Walker, How Can I Win? Oh, what Samuel said. Jay Morrison is a very great move. He has a plethora of knowledge in the world of credit and investment, and teaches are easy. He teaches they're easy to understand and follow. I bought my home using Jay Morrison's team, y'all. And you know, oh Samuel, you also know that he's going to do a corner lecture here October 9th. The location hasn't been posted yet, but you know how he does those corner lectures on YouTube all over the country. He's going to be in Jacksonville October 9th. I will be there with a kitty shirt on, so I can be on the YouTube video. Watch me. What he says, I bought my home using Jay Morrison's teachings and strategies. Great info, Miss Kitty, and thank you for sharing the blessings. Most people wouldn't share this type of info. I believe in karma. I'm a Christian, but I believe in karma too. You get whatever you put out. If I'm selfish, what I'm going to get? I'm going to be by my damn self. So if I find something and I learn something, even if, I put it out there. I give a hug, I'm going to get a hug. I give love, I'm going to get it back. You can say what they want to say, but karma is real. And that's the law of attraction. You attract what you put out. If you want to put out good stuff, it'll come back around. Somebody might slap you in the face. But believe me, you will get 3 times the love as that negative person that's going to do that. So that's just me. Thank you. Oh, Samuel said he's going to be there too. Make sure you say hey so we can speak. Because your Facebook profile does not have your face, so I don't know who you are, Mr. Samuel. Hey, D. You all D. I met her. She designs swimsuits. D, where do you live at? Is it Virginia? I can't remember. I think it's Virginia. But D and I met in Cancun. Like, okay, for instance, Cancun. When I went to Cancun, I never really traveled by myself. And then I traveled out of the country by myself. I knew people who were going to be there, but literally everything was by myself. My room was by myself, everything. D and I met at the pool in Cancun at the Crystal Grand. I stepped out of my box. I said, you know what? I can depend on me. And I need to do this. Number one, because I want to have a great vacation. Number two, I want to see what I'm made of. Can I go out the country and just have a good time? Can I face some of my biggest fears? Ooh, I got to go through customs and all this by myself. I got to be in my room by myself. I got to go to breakfast and dinner and lunch by myself. That was one of the best things I ever did. I met so many people. I had an awesome time. By not having a person there with me to always talk to, even though I talk to other people all the time, I was forced to go out and just meet so many different people. So many new people. I met Dee. Me and her had a good time at the pool in the Crystal Grand. I met a bunch of ladies from Baltimore, a bunch of people from Raleigh, South Carolina, Raleigh. Just all over the country. Had one of the best times of my life traveling overseas for an event by myself. And I mainly did that to test myself. I need to know what I'm made of. A lot of times we're scared to test ourselves. Hey, Raphael. Hey, Aaron. D says, hey, Chica. Samuel, I guess I'm going to go to your profile later so I can see what you look like. So I'll see you on at that corner, the corner thing with Jay Morrison. But I did that to test myself. And I put myself through a lot of little tests. Like, I'll go to restaurants by myself. That's nothing now. You know what I mean? A lot of things I'll do, I just test myself to see if I can. Like, A lot of people don't know I still drink, but I've cut way back on my drinking. I used to have like a glass of wine every day, chilling. I come home from work, ooh, yeah, let me get me a glass of cold Moscato, watch me something on TV, and just relax. Doing that was making me not the best me. Going out all the time was making me not the best me. I promise y'all, I can find something to do Sunday through Saturday, every night. Every single day I could go find something to do and hang out and have a ball. Then in the morning, I'm sluggish. I can't run my business the best way I want to run it. I can't be the best me because I'm hungover or just sluggish from that alcohol or from hanging out and not eating right and exercising. So when I came back from Cancun, I made a pact with myself. I said, Kiki, what you're going to do is you're going to start exercising, eating better, and cutting back on your drinking. And you're going to be celibate. Yes, I paused behind that. And you're going to be celibate. So, I did it. I've been doing it. I've cut way back on my alcohol. Even though I still drink. I go, like Saturday, I went to Felicia and Derek's pool party. Had an awesome time. I drank, had a good time. I drank, had a good time. But I try to limit my drinking to once or twice a week. Which gives me the energy to go work out after work. After I finish with my clients or whatever I do. And then I mark on my calendar every single day that I don't drink and stay celibate. And since I made that pact, I have not been intimate with anybody. Hey Donald, hey G, hey Sir Avery, hey Stacy. I have made that pact because sometimes I just want to see what I'm made of. Can I do this? And I've made that pact and I have not been intimate with anybody at all. It's hard, but I want to know what I'm made of. Damn it, can I do it? Am I that chick in my head? The best thing to be in your head is that chick. Other people can call you that chick all day because you walk out and you like Cardi B and you break the internet. It's like, oh, that's that chick. But if she doesn't think she's that chick, the person they're calling inside doesn't really think that they're that chick, they aren't that chick. So I want to see, am I that chick? Can I be a boss? Can I keep myself to myself? Can I slow down on drinking? Can I exercise? Can I eat better? And I have been marking that calendar every day, and I have been doing it. I'm going to show you. Look. It's going to look like a little scribbled mess, but whatever. See? And that's just September. This right here with all of this stuff started the day after I came back from Cancun in July. And every single day we are here, I mark it off. Like NSNA step aerobics. I just want to know, am I that chick in my head? Can I do it? And it's been working. And now it's almost second nature. That sometimes I used to cross off on the calendar to remind myself. But I get to the point where I forget to cross off the calendar because I'm so used to doing it. I'm so used to just saying, okay, I ain't messing with him. I ain't doing that. It's just taking my focus. I need to be my best boss so that I can make sure that my people work. Like with my company, my main thing is to make sure that the people who work for me have clients to service so that they can make money. If they make money, they're not going to go looking for other jobs. So in order to be the best boss I can be, run the best company, it's certain things I need to do better and pull away from. Like I know, okay, going off every single night, I can't be my best self doing that. So I pull back from doing it. Don't think I don't want to. Sometimes I do, like, ooh, they have crabs up there tonight. Like tonight, Florida Riders, Tipsy Bar and Grill. Yes, they have $8 oysters. They have $10 pictures. 50-cent wings, fried and broiled. But I'm not going. I'm going to take my behind to the gym and I'm going to work out. But I need to know what I'm made of. And that used to be hard for me to do. But now it's kind of almost second nature. And it's paying off. But I wanted to see what I'm made out of so that I can be the best owner Hey, Stephanie say, yes, you are. Santoria, yes, you are. Girl, I'm a work in progress. Stephanie, I absolutely love this. I'm going to purchase me a calendar today. My mama, I don't know where this lady gets all these wall calendars from. About every 3 days, she went, Kiki, you want a calendar? Mama, where we put all these calendars? I got a calendar on my phone. So I took that one so I could start marking off on it. But in order to be the best me, I knew I needed to make some changes. And those changes, being honest, they helped my bank account and my waistline and my business. So every morning I get up, I just feel fresh and focused. Now I can go to my office. I even sit here in my home, in my room, in my office, call clients, listen to YouTube videos, listen to books, do stuff that works on my business, grow the business so that I can help myself and I can make sure that everybody that's working for me works. And then it's gotten to the point where I'm like, I need more people. So I developed a partnership with Career Source. And I was able to have a job fair. Y'all, Career Source is free of charge. They don't charge you anything. One day I decided I needed some people and I was just tired of the rigmarole. I walked into that office. They gave me Mr. Frazier's name. Me and Mr. Frazier set me up, and now I'm a vendor, and I can see anybody that has a resume in the entire state of Florida that's registered with Career Source. And then to go and have those room for job fairs is no charge at all. It's all about if you want it. If you want it, you go find it. So I was just went and asked. I'm one of the people. All you can tell me is no, and then I have to figure out another way. But if I never ask, I'll never know. So I ask you anything. So, you know what I mean? All I can get is, oh, no. And I'm like, dang, plan B. But anyway, so it allowed me to grow the business to the point where I need more people. So I went out and I did what I had to do to get more people. Had a career fair. And then it kind of hit me. I was like, dang, I'm a black woman that owns her own business hosting a career fair. I done been to a lot of career fairs in my life for other people's company, but I never hosted one. Wow. Hey, that's some... Girl, you get to step back and think about that. You're hosting a career fair that helps other people earn income from the dream that God gave you because you decided to step out on faith and do what you felt was best. You stepped out on faith, and now you start walking in that faith, and your faith is now helping other people. That's just, you never know if God got something out there, it might not just be for you. Hey, Katina. Hey, Timothy. It might not just be for you. Sometimes we have to walk in whatever it is. We holding ourselves back because I'm scared. I don't want to do that. I don't want that responsibility. And he might be putting that on you so you can bless other people. Mostly, I'm proud of you. God is really blessing you. You know, much is given, much is required. It requires a lot. But the fact that I'm able to bless other people, I love it. The fact that I'm able to meet other people. I meet so many people and just talking to them and learning from them and listening. I love it. I would have never met all these people and did all of this and reading these books and YouTube videos as I was sitting at that bank. My spirit would have just been regular. Stuck. Tired of getting up, going to Bank of America, sitting in that cubicle, underwriting them loans, sending the loan through. Somebody got to check the loan. If you make an error, they send it back. Now you got to fight about the error like you a doggone attorney. I couldn't live like that. I told my manager one day, I said, I can't retire doing this. This is stressful and it's not giving me nothing. And he was like, I completely understand. And we had a one-on-one. And the one-on-one was in December. And I told him about my business, Tom. And I said, I'm trying to leave by June. When I came back in February and I decided to leave, he was like, what happened to June? I said, I can't do it no more. I said, I got to pursue my own thing. Something telling me to do what I have to do. And he said, Nikita, I'm proud of you. And then he sent me a long inbox about a year later. But I couldn't do it. It was like it was sucking my spirit, and I was not my best self, and I couldn't give what I wasn't getting, feeling on the inside. Oh, RD says powerful. Sherry says powerful. It's true. When you're in situations where you're not your best self, and that's sometimes that goes for relationships. I done been in love a million times. But not that all of them have been the wrong person. I'm at fault for a lot of stuff, y'all. I'm not saying that. But when you're in a relationship or just in a situation where you can't be your best self and you can't think right, you're not doing your kids any justice. Because let's say you're in a relationship and you're like, I need to get out. I'm just tired of him. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. So now you're at the park with your grandbaby. But you got this other thing on your heart going on. You can't even 100% enjoy where you are with your grandchild. Shantoria, do it. I got his phone number too. Inbox me. I'll give it to you. I have his email address too. You can't 100% enjoy with your heart the situation with your grandbaby because you have a bad thing going on. And then it takes a grown person to realize what's best for them, even if that means losing something. The materialistic things you might lose are so much less than those moments that you're missing with somebody you love. Like, I could be with my grandbaby, but I'm fretting over this thing that me and him have going on. So she running around and her smiling. She like, Granny love, I love you. Da 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 da. Counting and going her ABCs. And I'm not even 100% focused on all of her. Because I got this heart thing going on with me and some dude. Or me and some job. That's not fair to her. She has nothing to do with that. And what's fair is for me to give her all my love and all my attention, and her to see her granny being the best person her granny could ever be, so she knows how to mimic something positive. So it's up for me to back and cut out something, even though that might hurt. But what hurt worse in a long time? Worrying about him or hurting my grandbaby? Worrying about a job or not giving my grandbaby the attention she deserved? Forget him, forget that job, forget that client. My grandbaby, my daughters, my family, they deserve the best me I could ever give them. And being involved in some bullcrap that you don't want to be around, that make you not your best you. Ooh, y'all, I'm going to put my phone on the charger. That make you not your best you is the worst. And a lot of people will stay in something because it's financially beneficial. Do you know how much financially beneficial being with my husband would have been? Yeah, we're in a 3,400 square foot house. We looking good. We driving nice cars. Every bill is taken care of. I can go spend and do what the heck I want to do. But yet I'd have been in a prison. A prison of my heart. Because it was time for me and him to be over. And he's not a bad guy now. At all. And I'm not down to him because he's not. Anybody that knows him, and I'm not putting his name out there, he's not a bad person, but that it was just over. But I could have stayed. I could have rocked the best purses. I could have did all of this stuff looking like $1,000,000. But on the inside, I feel like two hot nickels rubbed together. You know what I mean? Sometimes people just have to really think about that. Which one is more important? And then if I would have did that, I wouldn't be able to, me and my brothers and sisters wouldn't be able to be remodeling my mom's house right now. I'd have been so focused on what I got going on with him and paying those bills and dealing with that relationship back and forth that I can't focus on my mom's house. I would have been working at the bank. I wouldn't have made enough money to even try to focus on my mom's house. Sometimes you have to just think about that kind of stuff. So something God put on your heart for you to do might not just be for you. It could be for other people. I don't know how I got here. I was talking about investing, wasn't it? And got all the way around in this big old circle. Hey, Angie. Hey, Danielle. Hey, LaShawn. But, I started out talking about investing in tax ID numbers, which is a great thing. But I basically, hey, Michael, just want us as a people to do better. And I'm a big work in progress. But the thing is, it's progress, and I see it, and I'm walking in it. Hey, lady, I'm walking in it, and I try, and it's not always easy, and there's a lot of setbacks that come with it. So I want people to know that I post stuff on Facebook, but it's a lot of stuff I don't post. I have customers that we go to bat. You know, I have hard days, bad days. So I don't want people to think that this thing for me working for myself is easy. It's not. It's a mother. I'm telling you. But to whom much is given, much is required, and everybody can't do it. It take a special person to say, okay, I'm just going to do it like this, and this going to work. This going to happen. It's some days I'm stressed out. Well, I just want to say, bump it. Let me go get me something to drink, and I just going to chill on it. But instead, I say, okay, girl, do what you got to do. Deal with it. Woo-saw. Don't go get another drink because you don't want to be sluggish. Then you don't want them extra calories. Go take that thing out on the gym. In the long run, that's going to pass, and you'll be done burn some extra calories. So now you could go to Nicole and buy you something that fits right out of that boutique. Yeah, I love Nicole's clothes. I'm just telling you. So you just have to think of it in the big scheme of things. Okay, I feel you on that. Not easy. It's not. And I don't want people to think that it is easy. A lot of people think working for yourself is easy. No, it's hard. And you work more. It's more rewarding. But I be dang, I might work all day. Not physically work, but be at my desk. Get up, go pick my grandbaby up, do what I got to do. Go to the gym, come back home, and I might sit at my desk at my house till 11 o'clock doing paperwork, payroll, calling clients, going through and seeing who I can call because I do a lot of following up on people. You know, just anything, dealing with something disgruntled, figuring out what, I have in people that work for me. So making sure that they get along. One might have said this and one might have said that, and I got to figure that out and work with them. So it's more than just me. It's a lot. And I just don't want people to think that it's easy. I have to pay car insurance on 3 company vehicles. I have to keep gas in those 3 vehicles. I have to keep the upkeep on those 3 vehicles. Tires, oil change, a new AC. It's a lot. That's a lot of, I have to have general liability and bond insurance. I had all of this. It's a lot that goes into this. I got to pay my CPA every month to make sure that my books are well kept. I could just pay him at the tax time, but no, I pay him every month because I want to be able to, if I need a profit and loss for him, I want to be able for him to give me that profit and loss. If I need some advice from him, I want to be able to contact him right there and get it. So I don't let him just do my taxes at the end of the year and don't pay him all year. He one of the, the biggest things I got on my team is to have a good certified public accountant. If you got a business, some stuff you just got to pay for. I got a Bank of America merchant. I make that because it's convenient for my customers. And I do not charge my customers the surcharge that I get charged because that's a part of doing business. And I know for a fact that I'm going to get that. I'm going to be able to write that off on my taxes anyway. So it irks the hell out of me when I go to a company and in order to swipe my card, they say, oh, it's going to be $1.50 charge. Number one, you charging me the money that the merchant is charging you. But yet, you get to write that money from the merchant off on your taxes. So you just doubling your profit. You just scheming us. So I don't do it. I'm like, no, bump that. I could. A lot of people do that. Oh, in order for you to use your credit card, it's going to cost me $1.25. So I'm going to charge you $1.25. But yet, they get to write that $1.25 transaction that they pay off on their taxes. So they going to write that $1.25 off and they're going to get the $1.25 from you. So now they getting $2.50 profit, really. Because they charging you when they really shouldn't be. I don't charge nobody nothing. PayPal charges me to take money out of PayPal. When people when they pay via PayPal, as a business person, I have a business account set up with them, I get a charge. But yeah, they take that off. But then the year I'm gonna get all of that back as a deduction on my taxes. So I don't pass that on to my client, because my client, they're more important to me than that. Hey Pam, hey Kim Yada. My clients are more important to me than that. I'm not going to nickel and dime my client for some stuff that, yeah, I ain't going to get it back right then, but I will get it back on my 2019 tax returns. That's business. You know, some people do that with their Cash App. Oh, Cash App going to charge me. Why don't you just wait till the next day and get it for free? Because if you just set your Cash App up to get the money the next day, then Cash App don't charge you a thing. Now you good. Versus trying to get your money immediately and then wanting me to pay that little percentage. That's some cheap bull crap. And I don't do that to people. And I don't like when other businesses do it to us. Because I know, you know, I'm learning business. I'm not a business professor, but I'm learning what I see. Shamika says, yes, you have to pay for quality. You do. You know, certain stuff. You'll go out and you will pay. I don't even know how much a Gucci bag costs. I'm just being honest. You'll pay, let's just say it's $200. You'll pay $200 for a quality Gucci bag. But you got this business going on. And you don't want to pay for merchant services. Which one more important? To me, my merchant services payment is more important than me walking around here with this Gucci bag. Because my merchant services payment is really what's going to sit there and help me build money and wealth and do what I need to do. So bump that bag if I got to choose between the two. Hopefully I'm doing good enough where I can have both. Right now I don't have both, but it don't really matter to me because that's just for looks anyway. If times get hard and my kitty van needs some tires on it, I can't go pawn that Gucci bag. That's just me. Hey Eric, hey Maya. That's just how I think. Like if I'm dating a guy, and he goes out and, you know, he'll buy you stuff. It's just cool with me. I'm just honest. I'm the type of person. He can help me get an oil change. Even though I'm going to write that off on my business. So what I'll do is I have him give me the money for the oil change, put it in my business account as a deposit, then pay for it off my business card. So now I get to write that off. But yet he paid for it. I'd rather you do that than to buy me stuff that I don't need. Help me out this way. That means so much more to me. It makes me feel like you really do care about me. You know, stuff like that. You want to pay for me to get my hair done? What I'll do? I just put that money in my business account. But that just means a lot more to me than stuff. And I've just gotten to the point where, you know, that's just me. So I'm glad everybody tuned in. I started this thing talking about tax ID numbers. Oh, man. Let me go back. And this new book that I'm reading, which is on my Facebook page. I put it on there. It's called Business Credit Decoded by Ty Crandall. If you have a business, please. Oh. I never would have known. The window wouldn't tell me. So I would get denied. See, I'm doing that. If you have a business, please make it into, hey Pam, please make it into an LLC. Do not run your business as a sole proprietor where you and the business are one and the same. Hey Big Nate, because if you're one and the same and one go down, the other is affected adversely. So with my CPA, it's $375. $250 to do it, $125 to the state. Yeah, you can do it on your own, but it takes so much work. You just let somebody else who know what they're doing do it. And then once the business is established, you get to write that payment off anyway on your tax returns. So don't be cheap. I could do it myself. And you sitting up there doing it, and then you send it in, then they send it back because it's not filled out right. Then you going back and forth. You spending more time doing that than you is getting that business together, because that's going to take you a lot. Go ahead on and pay that man them $375. Let him establish your business. Get you an EIN. And then because you have an EIN, now you're going to have business tax returns. And that $375 you get to write off on your taxes, so you're getting it back anyway. You know? That's just what I recommend. People mad at the red hair man, which I'm not a Donald Trump fan at all, because he is what he is, but I'm not getting to that. But he get to file bankruptcy 14 times. He know how to play the system. And nothing he's doing is illegal. We just got to learn how to play the system. Get you an EIN for your company. Have your social. Just like my hands, they are two separate entities. Get you a secured credit card under this EIN. Use it for your business expenses. Pay on it. Do what you do. Establish you some business credit. Now you have your business and you have you. Y'all are two separate things. You can do everything under the business that you do under you. So now you got two separate credits going on. You know what I'm saying? You can have a car under this credit and a car under this credit, and neither one of them ever touch each other. But they under the same garage at your house. If your business went south, which we pray it never does, yeah, the car under the AIN is going to be affected. But the car under the social is still good. So what he does is when his business goes south, he files bankruptcy under the EIN and get rid of it. And the gist of it, get a new company name, get a new EIN, and start the hell over. That's the gist of it. There's a lot in between there, but I'm just letting you know it's not that hard. We just have to know the game. That's all. And that's how they keep it going. So you got a house, your main house is under here. Your business stuff is under here. This your EIN, this your social. Your primary home is under your social. You file bankruptcy under your EIN, it goes to hell. But your social, which is your main house, as long as you're making payments, you still get to live there and do your thing. It's untouchable. As long as you're making your payments. So this went to the shitter. This is still good. And you get to stay there. And we wonder how they do what they do. You know, it's a lot in between there. But that's why you go pick up and read the book. I can't get into all of that. You know what I mean? I ain't that person. But I know enough to know. You just need to know a little bit about a lot. It helps you out. I promise you. So anybody, go on and do it. Michelle, our people need to understand economics, period. Once you understand currency and how business works, it works for us and not work for it. Exactly. And most of this stuff that you can find is on the internet and in books. You don't have to go enroll in somebody's school and pay all of this money to do it. It's sitting out there. It's on Audible. It's on Kindle. It's on YouTube. Get you somebody to follow. Follow Jay Morrison. His name is Jay Morrison. And he has Jay Morrison Academy based out of Atlanta. Start following him. Once you follow him, he's going to start taking you so many places. And then once he starts taking you to all these places, you'll start learning about other people. So now you're getting all of this free knowledge. All you need is the knowledge. If you ain't working for nobody don't care about the degree. If you ain't trying to get you just want the knowledge so that you can build the income. If you ain't trying to get a job in it, that means if you ain't trying to go work for nobody in it, you don't need a degree. You just need the knowledge. With the knowledge, you can do whatever you want to do with it. With the knowledge about real estate, you can go and start purchasing and investing and doing your thing. Ain't nobody when you go to buy a house going to ask you about what degree you got, but they're going to ask you, you might have to talk to a loan broker about loan to value and PITI, payment, taxes, and insurance, but you got the knowledge. So now you can do what you need to do. I'm just saying, my thoughts. I be trying to tell people, you ain't, a lot of like me, I don't feel like going to sit in no school. Then you go there, you got to take this class, that class, this class, this class. You got to pay for it. What I need is the dang on knowledge, and I can get the knowledge. I just need the knowledge to do what I got to do, and that's what I'm doing. So just encourage our people to read. Don't think, because I got a degree, you stop. Don't think at that degree you stop, you done. And knowledge don't mean, it ain't just school knowledge, and it ain't just knowledge, you getting off of YouTube. It means never stop learning. Encourage our kids, our people to always read. Even like me, I'm an audible person. I'm not a reader, because if I sit there and read it, I'm going to sleep. Like I'm still trying to get through University of Success. It's huge. Y'all see what this tab is? Look, that's all I got through. I got the back of this book to get through. But it's a wonderful book, but it's a hard read because it reads like 1930. But the information in it is really good. But since I've started this, I've listened to like 2 other books. I just want the information. So get on Audible. Get on Kindle. Go to YouTube. Just get the information. It's out there. You know, at some point the book got to stop. You know what I'm saying? It got to stop with us. If we get it, we can pass it to our kids, and our kids can pass it to their kids. We can stop some of the mistakes. Like with me, I have grown kids. I can stop some of the mistakes I might start seeing them make before they get as far as where it was when I made it. You know what I mean? Or I can intervene and be like, oh, hey, if you did it this way instead of that way, you'll progress faster. So now I caught her before she was getting ready to make that left, and I was able to get her to make that right. Versus me, I made that left, and I had to go around a whole circle to figure out that, damn, I should have just went right the first time. So just, whatever it is, I just try to encourage people to please never, ever, ever stop learning. Never think that it's a day in life where I ain't got to pick up no book. I ain't got to listen to nobody. And learning just ain't from books. I mean, it's listening to people. I like to listen to people talk. Just sit there like, well, got to be more careful. You know, I'll sit there and listen to a person talk. I don't know. I just, say what? And then a lot of people who, like, especially in books, a lot of people who have written books, they'll start recommending other ones. They'll be like, oh, and yeah, when I read this book, it talked about this person. So now you go pick up that other person book, or you go YouTube that person. You're like, oh, okay. Like with this book, The University of Success. In the J. Morrison Academy class that I'm taking, which is an online course on YouTube videos, you just turn it on and listen to it. He talked about this book. So that's how I got turned on to this. In Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he talks about other authors. That's a good book also, y'all. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You want to change the way you think? You just want to listen. When I listened to that book, it totally reversed my mindset on a lot of stuff I never really just thought about. Like, you would think that rich dad is the highly educated dad and poor dad is the lowly, is the one who didn't have much education. But it's total opposite. I'll just give you that. Not that poor dad was a bad dad. No, he was not. Poor dad had a PhD. Rich dad only had an 8th grade education. Poor dad, was high up and he was a college professor and, blah, blah, blah. And he stressed education, which is a great thing. Education, you should have it. I wouldn't tell anybody to be uneducated. Go to school, go to college. Anyway, he stressed education. Poor dad stressed education, but he also stressed depending on, opposite way. Rich dad stressed doing for yourself. Owning your own business. Y'all gotta put this thing on charger. Hold on. Boom, about to die. I got 5% battery. Hold on. I'm gonna have to move this over. Give me a minute. I done talked my battery dead. I'm about to figure out. Okay, back. I'm start over again. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Rich dad was self-employed, 8th grade education. Poor dad had a PhD in education. Both stressed education, but rich dad, he stressed taking care of yourself, working for yourself. Real estate, he's a real estate investor. So, he had his own, he started out with a supermarket, which is now 7-Eleven. And you all see them 7-Elevens everywhere. You know, 7-Eleven had a good pizza. But anyway, he stressed doing for yourself and whatever it is. And he started being a real estate investor. And everybody knows that real estate doubles, quadruples in value versus, you know, our 401ks. We should have a 401k. That's good. But he just stressed self-dependency. And he was saying a lot of times what happened with people is they trust other people with their money more than they trust themselves with their money. Hey, Simone, I was talking about your book. Simone Blair Walker, y'all, How Can I Win? I promise you, that's a wonderful book. Y'all, I'm rocking like my grandma used to do. Oh, my God, I'm getting old. Anyway, she used to get excited. She's like, ooh. Now I'm doing that. Oh, God. Anyway. So it just stress doing things for yourself and being strong enough to know that you can do it and don't have to have other people doing it for you. So he started those stores, and then they're now 7-Elevens. And you know, he started in Hawaii. Now 7-Elevens are all over the country. But that's something that, you know, I was scared to just totally depend on myself. Because, you know, I had my daughters when I was 17. Hey, Tangie. Hey, Chantal. Hey, Maisha. I had my daughters when I was 17 and 18. So I always had to have somebody I was responsible for. And so I had to do what I got to do for my babies. You know, I'm working, I'm going to college, doing what I got to do, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't until they were basically grown that I felt something in my spirit telling me, it's time for you to leave the bank. It's some changes that need to be made, but I don't know what they was. And I just I was uneasy for like a good 3 years. And I know my friends seen me go. I just partied my behind off, drenched myself in bull crap, not being my best me. And a lot of it was because I was in a transition and I just didn't know it. I was uneasy. I wasn't satisfied. I then got my divorce. But I'm in this transition thing. So now, partying too much, drinking too much. I'm not focusing on me. I hate my job. It was just a good 3 or 4 years of, just out there. I guess that's what I call it. And everybody goes through it, and I don't knock nobody for it. So that's when I see it in other people, because I recognized it in myself, so I can see it sometimes in other people. You're just going through this transition, and you turn into a party person, or maybe you just start overeating. So I went through that, and a lot of people saw it. So now, since they saw that, it's hard for them to see this. And I still like to have me a good time. I still love to dance and do my thing. But I was just overly abundant with it. I wasn't being my best self. Wasn't saving no money. I wasn't thinking about my business. I didn't know I was going to have a business. And I didn't like that job at the bank no more. So I was just in this float around, figure yourself out. I didn't have any responsibility because my kids were grown. Just this phase thing that I went through. And it was a long phase. It went like 6 months. You know, from probably about 2012 to probably recently, maybe like 17. And I'm still rephasing myself, and I'm not ashamed of it at all. So you'll never see me judging anybody and how they do. But I know I get judged a lot off of that. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I had to go through there to get here. You know, and a lot of people, dang, she to do this and da 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 da. Now she talking about this. Like you can't change. Anyway, moving on from that. It's just that I just tell people, keep running, keep listening. And one of the main things I would like people to read, especially us, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Simone's book, How Can I Win? That book is wonderful. Simone, unfortunately, I do not have the book because I gave my copy away. I purchased 2 more copies. I given them away. You gave me 2 copies, and I've given them away. That's how awesome the book is. I've actually had 5 copies of this book, you all. So many people loved it that I do not have any of them. My book, the one that was personally mine, I highlighted in it, wrote in it, everything. And one of my good girlfriends still wanted it. So she has the book. But the book, I would show you the copy of the book, but you can find it on Amazon. It's Simone Blair Walker, How Can I Win? It's an awesome book. It's on Amazon. Just find it on there. Super easy to find. Can't show you a copy of it because it was so good. I gave the book away. How many people actually give away books? First of all, how many people, what was the last book a lot of people read? Besides a textbook that you had to read so you can get a grade. A book you read just for yourself to do better. To know more. I'm quiet because I'm waiting for somebody to say, what's the last book they read just for self gratification? And I'm not talking about a book about, love, or a book that just was a movie. You know what I mean? Like a book is better than a movie because it has more into it. Pam said, how can I win? Yeah, I mean a book just for you. Self-help, self-gratification, more about yourself. Pam read How Can I Win? I told you. Ain't that book good, girl? Rich Man, Poor Man. Hey. So I be trying to tell people, man, you ain't got to read it. Like I told you, I'm not a reader. I'm a listener. Because reading makes me stop. I have to keep going. I have a lot of stuff to do and a lot of stuff I want to do. So I listen to books so that I can still bump around and do everything I need to do. So I'll let a person read me a book. Let the author read me a book in a minute. Like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I listen to that on Audible. Think and Grow Rich. I listened to that one too. Only thing about Think and Grow Rich, that was really good. But it reads like it was made in like 1925. So you have to really be trying to get that knowledge because it reads so odd. But, tell you, Think and Grow Rich to me is just like the law of attraction. Except Think and Grow Rich is about money. The law of attraction is about everything. So personally, I had already read the law of attraction. And the law of attraction, it went into money, relationships, exercise. It did everything. Think and Grow Rich was totally based on just money. And the law of attraction was a little easier to listen to than Think and Grow Rich. Even though both of them are great, I'm just saying. Shamika said, the one says, get over your damn self, okay? You're a badass at making money. True that. Okay. New shoes. Rich Dad. Girl, I know what you was talking about. I really did. I'm telling you. Y'all, I had listened to the Bobby Brown story before that TV show came out. So about 1.5 years ago, they showcased Bobby Brown book on Audible. I had already listened to that book. So everything that was in the movie, I already knew, plus more than they could put in the movie. And I could see some of the stuff that wasn't exactly accurate from his book in the movie. Like in the movie, when he was getting... And Bobby Brown read it. You cannot listen to it unless Bobby Brown reads it. It's so funny to hear him stumbling over them words. But it wouldn't have sounded right if somebody would have read it and they would have been proper. What time is it? Oh, shoot! Y'all, I gotta pick up my little cousins from school. They get out early today. Hold on. Oh, Lord, it's at 1:30. I'm so sorry. It's 1:40. I need to run up to the Guardian school. I'm so sorry. These kids sitting outside, I'm supposed to pick them up at 1:30. Bye, y'all.